This is the launch, folks. You're all very welcome of Sinn Féin's European Union campaign. We're standing a very strong team of candidates. We're the only party which is contesting right across the island. There's a palpable anger out there, and clearly this election will give the voters the opportunity to give a verdict on the government. And in my strong view, there could be a defining moment in terms of the beginning of a realignment of Irish politics. This government couldn't run a bath. There's no excuses for their stewardship. Those who want change should not waste their votes voting for Fine Gael. The ideological sameness between Fianna and Fáil and Fine Gael is clear for anyone who wants to look at it.
Well, as Jerry has said, not alone is the anger of people palpable, but also the appetite for change. Certainly, in my adult life, I haven't experienced a moment in Irish politics where people are genuinely seeking a real alternative to the failed politics of this administration. Over the past 12 months, over 200,000 people have lost their jobs. We've seen the most savage set of cuts in education, in terms of drugs, task forces at a local and regional level. In every aspect of people's lives, this government has intervened in the most negative of ways. And people are angry that an administration that can prop up the banks and find endless resources to service their toxic debts can at the same time remove the Christmas bonus from welfare recipients, can cut child benefit, and can bring real and genuine hardship to families all across this country. People also know that Fine Gael do not offer any alternative because, of course, their agenda is about slashing public sector jobs, about reintroducing fees for third-level students, and also about selling off the family silver by way of the semi-state companies. So this is a moment of choice for people, and Sinn Féin offers a choice. We have stood by communities in the face of very bad government, and we are now saying to people that if you want change, you must vote for change. This is now the people's moment. They must have their voice. And although people are disillusioned and very angry with politics and politicians, the elections are about the people, not the politicians. And the people on the 5th of June and the 4th of June must come out and assert themselves. This government have taken decisions that are simply indefensible. They're indefensible socially, they're indefensible economically. They have hurt people, workers and families. The public is very angry. And I suppose the government, or the government, both Fianna Fáil and the Greens, are now trying to distance themselves from those very damaging decisions. They'll fail in that effort because the people know full well who has been responsible for getting us into a state of crisis, who is responsible now for bad decisions that are deepening the crisis. And I think that on election day, the people will come out and punish both Fianna Fáil and the Green Party for their track record in government.
And, you know, all of us in our own constituencies and our own work meet people who share a broad view of a rights-based Ireland where there's decency and transparency and where people are cherished. So there is in the time ahead the real possibility for a broad left alliance of people who share that vision, as opposed to, you know, Tweedledum and Tweedledee. Every so often there's a change of the main party in the government, but the policies remain what we've seen for the last 20 years or so. In all the parties, there are people who are egalitarian, who are decent, who want to see citizens' rights defended and actively promoted, and who must be agonised by the fact that the most vulnerable in this society are being punished by government policy, while the most wealthy are being protected and rewarded. But I mean, in terms of what we're hearing on the doorsteps. People are angry, and what we're saying to them, it isn't enough to be angry. You have to stand up for yourselves. This is about the people. It isn't about the parties, it's about the people exercising their franchise, people using their votes, and it's of key importance that people use their votes, and of course we want them to use their votes in support of Sinn Féin.
We're looking at the team that we're fielding, and if you look at the age group between us, we represent the generation that's worst affected by what's happening in Ireland's economy at the moment, and we are the only generation that can affect real change. We have Barbara de Bruyne along with the 5 others in the 26 counties, so we represent the only All-Ireland party fielding a team for the European Union elections. So that, more than anything, should be a reason for young people to come out and vote for real change, vote for the generation that represents them and is going through the exact same difficulties that they're going through at the moment.
Well, people should vote for Sinn Féin on June 5th to bring about real change at European level. We're the only party that's not afraid to be critical sometimes of the European Union, which is vital. We need strong leadership and we need a voice for change at European level, because 80% of our legislation originates in Europe. So it's important that we have the right people there making the right decisions, so that when it comes down to Dáil level and Irish level, that the right decisions are being made.
Locally, the Irish people know that the best people to stand up for them are Sinn Féin councillors, TDs, MPs, MLAs and MEPs. So that's why a vote for Sinn Féin is a definite vote for somebody who will stand up, speak up and represent the Irish people as best we can. So that's why myself and Kathleen are doing our best to get the strongest, loudest, clearest voice for the people of Ireland East, and we believe that we can do it.
Well, clearly it would be important to vote in order to continue and to build upon the work that myself and Mary Lou MacDonald have done in the European Parliament to date. That is, working for local communities, working for our farm and farm families, working for workers' rights, and a social Europe that looks after people and looks after Ireland's interest in the EU and at the EU level. But also, particularly I think in the North, it's important that people can also cast their vote to say they want to see what we collectively as a leadership have done continue. That is to bring peace, to transform life on the island, to find a measure of agreement and accommodation, and to be able to work with others to bring a new society, a new prosperity for everyone.
This city and this country is crying out for change, because we're at a very bad place now, because undoubtedly things can get better, but they'll only improve if we have political change. Sinn Féin has argued for economic stimulus because we need to keep people at work, we need jobs, but we also need political stimulus. That means political change. We need people who are serious about defending people's rights, who stand up for the people, who are champions of the people. Sinn Féin are those people.
The people of the North and West should vote for Sinn Féin on the 5th of June because we have worked on the ground tirelessly now for the last number of years. We are a serious alternative to Fianna Fáil's failure in the west of Ireland. If you're in the fishing community, if you're in the farming community, if you're in business, no matter what you're in the west, you've been failed by this Fianna Fáil government. Sinn Féin are a real alternative, and I'm asking people in the 11 counties of the border, Midlands and West region to come out for strong and to put Fianna Fáil out on June the 5th.